You're watching this video, I know the feeling. You've seen the thumbnail and you've probably absolutely smashed your mouse and just gone click as fast as you can because yeah, Eventide are doing a micro-pitch pedal. You don't have to go and buy a vintage rack unit anymore if you want that classic Eventide sound. Eventide are one of the few companies I think which can claim to have a sound, and the amazing combination of delay lines with a bit of pitch detune on them and some modulation was very much the sound of an era, but it's not just limited to 80s guitar sounds. This thing doubles up as a fully functional dual delay, and you can make some absolutely weird and wonderful sounds on it as well. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna twist a bunch of knobs. I'll play around with the software editor, and I'll make a bunch of stanky guitar faces because this thing sounds really good. Full disclaimer, this unit was sent to me by Eventide, but I in no way received any financial compensation. I even made some presets which come as stock on the unit. So if you buy one, you can actually check out the presets that I'm going to use in this particular video. I'm also going to demo a bunch of the other great factory presets and dial in some sounds from scratch using just the pedal and the software editor. So with that out of the way, let's hear this mighty beast. Let's get started with a classic 80s pitch detune on the pedal itself. Hopefully this example will let me show off what each control does. Before we do though, this is my clean sound. The full signal chain is in the video description. We are running in stereo though. So when I think of a classic 80s style stereo detune, it's basically a chorus for people who don't like chorus. So what I'm gonna do is bring up the mix control. Everything is zeroed out in this preset, including the row of secondary functions, which you access by pressing this button here. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of each pitch voice right there. So the pitch mix is an equal blend between each voice, and straight away we have this really lovely sheen on the top of everything. That's pretty nice, but what I like to do is bring each voice up to the point where it really starts to sound a little bit seasick and then bring it back just a touch. So let's do that. This chord is appropriate, an E add 9 chord. That is very close to my happy place with a clean sound. What I'm gonna do to kind of just put the finishing touch on that is add a little bit of modulation. So I'm gonna bring the depth up quite a bit and keep the rate nice and low. Let's have a listen to this now. This is like special sauce if you like playing clean arpeggios. We can also access the second row of functions. The mix control becomes a tone control here, so if I want to kind of brighten or darken that effect, I can do that. I kind of like just backing off the tone a little bit. And then of course, we can add some delay to all of this. And you do have the option to sync the delays to tap tempo. I'll bring these down and I'll just bring in a little bit of delay. This is going to give it a nice spatial effect. I can get true delays out of this though as well. What I might do is bring up just the delay on voice B. That's kind of nice. I'll bring in a bit more on voice A. That is lush. I can also add some feedback with this secondary function here. I like that. I like that a lot. I don't think I have the knob catch-up function engaged. Or maybe I do, I forget which way around I have it, but you can see there with the feedback, I had to kind of turn it to where I had previously had it and then brought it back down. So that's one thing to keep in mind if you're twisting things and nothing's happening on this unit, you can change that internally, of course, to suit your preference. I'm quite enamored with this. One other thing you can do is to change the modulation source with this secondary function. For the depth control, you can have it as a kind of standard oscillator in the middle, which is where I had it, or you can tie it to the envelope either to increase or decrease. Let's bring it up as an increase, and I might just bring the... No, I'm not going to do anything else. So I won't mess with this. I'm quite happy with it. Sounding super sweet with clean sounds. Let's try it with some utter filth right now. I like this as a kind of thickening agent to make live guitars sound wider, as well as using it as a dual delay. So I have this factory preset at the moment, which is set up for a basic dual delay. And on the software editor, I can tweak even faster because I have both rows of knobs represented right in front of me. Let's hear this factory preset to get started, and then I'll tweak. So it's a pretty straightforward dual delay there. I might bring the mix up a little bit for leads and bring the tone control down to make it sound a bit dark. If I wanted to, I could detune each voice as well. This is going to sound super thick. That's a beautiful thing right there. If I wanted to, I could just bring the delays down as well and just use this solely for the pitch detune. This is going to make my guitar sound super wide and girthy. Yeah, that's where the party's at right there. There's also over 50 factory presets in here. So if I move over to some of these kind of weirder sounds, which would be really appropriate for, if you're doing kind of modular synth stuff, maybe less so rock or metal guitar, but you never know. Let's try out some of these and just have a listen to what Bottomless Drop does. That's wild. I really like this dark delays preset. It's kind of similar to what I had dialed in before. I like that. I like that a lot. Of course, we can use this to create kind of faux reverbs and choruses and things like that. So let's have a listen to this Cold Room preset. Okay, the first thing I would do with that, and this is purely to taste, is bring the mix right down on that. So it's kind of reverby, it's kind of giving me that spatial chorus detune thing as well. It's just thickening everything up. You can use it for Leslie tones like this Leslie Fades preset. Let's take a look at that one. This early H3000 one just kind of nails everything. Even though I've kind of shown you how to dial a lot of these in, you could just easily start with this preset. I really love that kind of Doppler style effect in there. If you're not into 80s cleans or, you know, Ozzy Osbourne's No More Tears album and you're a shoegazer, you would probably like this pedal as well because it can get absolutely weird and wild. So credit to Eventide for basically not just making it a one-trick pony. If you want to use this as a beautiful sounding dual delay with modulation, you can do that. If you want to use it to have basically an H3000 detune or an Eclipse in a box, rather than go and shell out a whole bunch of money for those just for that one shimmery detune sound, you can get it in this box. Or if you just don't care about any of that stuff and you want to create new weird and wild sounds with it, it's pretty good. It supports MIDI as well. So I've got my air step at my feet, which I realize you can't see, but I can scroll through up to 5 presets on this controller with 5 buttons. If you wanted to, you can scroll through up to 99 presets depending on your MIDI controller. So I'll just go from, say, preset number 1, number 2, and then number 5, and all the changes are nice and smooth. You've also got expression control over various parameters. For example, in this particular preset, you can see I have the expression pedal tied to the depth and the rate. So as I move it up and down, it's basically going to very subtly change the, I guess, the kind of wobble amount. That's how I would describe it anyway. So let's have a listen to that. It's kind of cool at the end of a line as well. If I wanted to add a little bit of extra wobble, I could do that. Very, very nice stuff indeed. If you have any other questions, please let me know in the comments section. Again, thank you to Eventide for sending me one of these units to demo on the channel. I would love to hear your thoughts. Is this something that you've been waiting for a long time like me? Is this a pedal that you're going to go out and get and integrate into your rig? And if so, how do you intend to use it? Let me know. I would love to hear from all of you. Until next time, stay excellent, be good to one another. I'll see you then. Cheers.